We have no further information, so we stop there with our perimeter. We could say equals perimeter, I suppose, and that's about as far as we can go. Now to go on to the next part, we have number 9. We're almost halfway done, I believe, with our review. If p of x equals 3 times the quantity 2x minus 5 plus 1, find p of 4. So we simply substitute all the x's in this equation with the number 4. So p of 4 equals 3, 2 times 4 minus 5 plus 1. So just using PEMDAS, p of 4 equals 3 times, 2 times 4 is 8, minus 5 is 3. 3 times 3 is 9, plus 1 is 10. So choice B. You also could just put it into your calculator and solve it. Number 10, which of the following does not show y as a function of x? So I'll go ahead and look at my options here and let's see if there's more than one correct answer. So for f, I have a mapping diagram. I know this is not a function because although each x variable has one y value, this last one down here is assigned 2 different y values, and that's not allowed for a function. So f is definitely not a function. So that's one of our answers. Let's see if there's any more. Letter G, I can use the vertical line test, and I only ever hit one spot. So this one is a function, so that's not what we're looking for. Letter H, let me analyze my table here. None of my x values repeat, so I'm not concerned about them having different y values. And letter J, I'll do the same thing. I'll check my x values. None of them repeat, so I'm not worried about them not being functions or relations either. So the only one that's demonstrably not a function is choice F. Number 11, what is the range of the function shown? So notice that we have an arrow, which means we would generally have an infinity somewhere in here, but none of these answers have infinity. So we're talking about the range. Well, what's the highest in this case? Because we know the graph goes in the downward direction, so it has to have a maximum height. The maximum height it seems to reach is 8. So by process of elimination, I can really take out choices B and D. I know that it reaches the 8, but it doesn't ever make contact with it because of that open circle. But it does go below, or in other words, less than the 8 value, forever infinitely on downward. So that would be choice C. Number 12. Here we go with another integer question. Feel free to pause the video here and try what we did in the last example to answer the question. Here they want the sum of 3 consecutive even integers, and they want to know what the middle number or middle integer is going to be. It behaves the exact same way. I'll give you that hint right there. We have some random number x, some even number, and then we have x plus 2 more, which I'll just start writing out without the parentheses. And then we have x plus 4 more. So we have our first even number, the next even number is 2 more than the first one, and the last even number is 4 more than the first one. If I add all my variables, I get 3 x's. Add my constants, I get 6, and we know the sum is 54. If I subtract 6 from both sides, I get 3x equals 54 minus 6, which is 48. Divide everything by 3 now, and I get x equals 16. 16 is my first even number. If I add 2 more, my next one would be 18, and then my next one would be 20. And they want to know what the middle even number is, so choice H, number 18 there. Be careful with that, because if you stop with just the right answer, you would have gotten this wrong, even though your math is correct. You would not have answered the question correctly, so be careful of that. And finally, number 13. Find all the numbers such that 10 plus 2 times some number is no more than, so it could be less than or equal to 68. It just can't be more than 68. I'll subtract 10 from both sides. I get 2n less than or equal to 68 minus 10 is 58. I'm dividing by a positive, so there's no sign change here. 58 cut in half is going to be, 29? And that would be choice A. So hopefully this video helped you clarify or verify your answers. If you have any questions, please see your teacher before the test, and best of luck, guys.